I ain't see no possibility when I do what I love that the money actually shows up. So how you gonna tell me, body, that you want to change something? Body, don't you know you got to pay some bills? Body, you need clothes. The question is, can you talk more about creating sustainable income streams? How do I do it? What is the process? I'm ready to move into what I love, but I don't know if I can trust that I'll have enough money that will be sustainable. And these are all great questions. So I'm going to walk you through this process because it is a different process. It's not the typical go along and search for this and then move into this and do this. It's more about trusting you, trusting the energy that is within you, and really developing this intimacy with yourself. Because that's where it begins, is trust, developing intimacy with yourself, and letting go of control. All right, I'm going to give an example with a recent income stream that I added to my life. And if you follow me on other social media platforms, you kind of heard me share the same story. But this is the way that this process really works. It stems from first acknowledging all of the things you love without making yourself wrong. And some of these things we've been made so wrong for that we probably pushed away from ourselves because maybe you got angry at someone who, after you vulnerably sharing yourself, they came back with a response that maybe hurt you or made you doubt yourself. So that's why I say this process is an intimate one, because we are also going back and reclaiming all of the things that we gave up, all of the dreams we laid down, all of the dreams we cursed away, all of the dreams that let us down because they didn't show up in a time frame that was suitable for you. And so where I usually begin is, starting this relationship with yourself and taking time to get to know you again. So maybe it is becoming more childlike and exploring. Start to really relax in this area so that these things start to come up, because for some of us, as some of the questions I received, like, you are at a space where you don't even know what it is that you love because you've been doing things that you hate for such a long time. And I've experienced that, where I was questioning, like, is there anything actually that I love? Like, what is it that I really love? Because I'd committed to working jobs that were not in alignment with my body, with me, and I pushed and pushed and pushed and forced my body to do these things when my body was like, hey, can you take a moment to listen to me? There is another possibility. But I was trying to control everything and say, hey, I ain't seen no possibility. I ain't seen no possibility that pays the money. I ain't seen no possibility when I do what I love that the money actually shows up. So how you gonna tell me, body, that you want to change something? Body, don't you know you got to pay some bills? Body, you need clothes. So sometimes these are the conversations we have with ourselves. And don't judge yourself, because like I said, I've done all of that, y'all. I have done all of that, and some more. And so that's why I invite you to start to play, like, even start to get, a coloring book and just color, go on walks, go in nature. Just begin to have a childlike curiosity without judging yourself, because those things will come alive because you are not in a space of judging who you are. I'm going to take a little pause. All right. So, where I want to begin in the space of really being able to receive an income from the things you love is with one of the creations that I recently added to my life, and that is becoming a forest therapy guide. And maybe a couple years ago, I would have been like, girl, are you crazy? How in the world are you going to make money as a forest therapy guide? That is like one of the weirdest things. And so now I'm in the space where I'm not judging like who I am, like the entirety of my being. I'm still honoring me. You honor yourself, the easier it becomes to be able to generate and create a sustainable income, because you're no longer living your life from a space of judgment and judging every possibility in your life. So the way this came about, I was on a bus ride, and it was a scenic bus ride, and it was just so magical because I got to see the forest, I got to see farmland, I got to see horses, I got to see cows frolicking in the field, and I was just enamored by the beauty of what I was seeing. And I really lowered my barriers and began to receive. And I asked this question: I wonder what it would be like to get paid for loving nature, for loving the forest. And so with that possibility, I naturally went into figuring things out, because that's my natural instinct of I gotta figure this out. So once I went into the space of figuring out, I was looking at, okay, I can, go back, get a master's degree in maybe urban, I can't even remember what it was, something with city development. I found this amazing program. And it also included a little bit of environmental science. And then I, scheduled some time to meet with the professor, and then it was just it didn't really work out. So that's an example for you. Well, when you try to figure things out on your own, it almost removes the possibility, the magic of what can be, what can show up for you. So when you ask a question, allow yourself to just be curious, and don't try to provide the solution or find the answer, because there's a level of magic in this world where you are guided. If you believe in God, if you believe in the universe or something bigger than you, I believe in God, and I believe that God guides us. But we also have this space of free will where y'all saw that I was trying to make this thing work out, and it really didn't work out, because after that I was just maybe I can't really get paid for this. But somehow I came back to that love and still was curious, but then was doing it from a different space where I wasn't trying to figure out how the money would show up. Then I had this experience where I have this love for signing up for newsletters with anything that's nature related in my community or my library, because that's how I get informed of all of the different nature programs that are out there that I probably would be interested in. Then I saw this at my local nature preserve, that there was this woman, certified forest therapist, that was going to be hosting forest bathing walks. And so can you see how that magically lined up? When I let go, when I gave up control, the magic came back and showed me the next steps. So these are the things that can happen in your life, is once you ask the question of something that you love, that you would love to receive an income from, and also not coming from need, I need the money to show up, I need this thing to generate an income for me, because the magic, keep it 100 with you, the magic is going to quickly evaporate. So you have to come from this space of, one, honoring yourself and allowing yourself to love the things that you love, and then being curious by asking a question I wonder what it would look like. I wonder what it would be like with, creating an income this way. And then get out of your head. Maybe you can start to journal and just look at different possibilities, but without providing a solution. When I say journal, maybe journaling about what you want your experience to look like, how much joyful it would be, like some of the things that you're doing, because then you're tapping into that energy, but also not trying to figure this out, because you will be led. I was led to signing up for a newsletter. I was led to opening up that email and then actually attending this forest therapy. I didn't have an expectation. I didn't say that this was it. I just had this curiosity of, wow, I really need to be there. Like the energy is pulling me so much. I was so excited. And that's the other step. So honoring yourself and your creations, being curious, and then following the energy. It's not linear. Like if you feel in your body like, hey, I should do this, or I should attend this course, I should watch this program, I should sign up for this, I should go over here. Like we all get those hits within us. It's called our intuition leading us. So follow the energy of what is showing up. And so I went to this forest therapy with no expectations, and I was like, wow. I had such a transformational experience in nature that is changing my life, y'all, in so many ways. So there is so much power in the things that you love, because they also change you and contribute to the planet as well. And I knew at that point, like it was a yes, like this is what I was meant to add to my life. And I didn't go into the space of like immediately planning, how am I going to get clients? How's that going to show up? That has naturally started to unfold. I'm a multi-passionate person. I am not going to thrive just doing one thing, because I've done that and I've kind of killed some of those things. And some of those things were things that I loved. And it's taken like years to actually sometimes go back to these things. So I know that I'm not going to do that. And that's the other thing, is in honoring the entirety of you, is really look at, are you multi-passionate? Do you love to do many things? And I bet if you're watching this video, you probably are. You probably love to do multiple things. And so that takes away the pressure of putting pressure on one thing and saying, I need the money to show up right now. And if it's not showing up, then you go into judgment, say it's not working, this is not it. But yet there is another possibility in your life. Maybe you're supposed to incorporate different income streams in your life and do different things and generate income streams from everywhere. And I think in this new economy that we are in, it almost requires you to really tap into the space where you are multi-passionate and to bring the love of the many things that you love to do out into the world and be free. Like if you're choosing freedom, choose it.